Shut up and sit down.
Yo people, welcome back to the hardware review, and we are with Smoant. We are looking at the Ladon Kit. Every time I say Ladon, I keep wanting to turn into a Frenchman. I don't know why. The Ladon. It's the Ladon Kit. It comes with the Ladon Aio tank. It is a 2-in-1, so you've got mesh coils, and also you can get an RBA deck for it as well. Now, when we showed this off on 3 Men and a Vape show, I thought I sort of liked the look of it. It looks like a bit retro 80s. So when Sourcemore asked me if I fancied reviewing it, I said, yeah, I fancy reviewing it. So let's get this review on the road. We know how it all goes. This is the box. This is everything you do get in the box. And that was the box. Okay, let's have a little look round it. Like I said, it has got that 80s look. It's got like a grill on the front. It looks like it's actually a speaker. And it's got a little bit of leather at the back. And again, it is ergonomical. It does fit in your hand quite nicely. We've got to get it in, people. So let's go top to bottom like we normally do. We'll start off with the tank itself. It has got an 810 drip tip. It is interchangeable, so if you've got your own, you can put it in there. I also like the look of the resin drip tip it actually did come with. It looks pretty cool. Now, this is a top fill, and it's a little bit Jamesy Bondy. It's got a little button on the side. You press it, and it flicks open, and that's where your juice filling port is. I've had no problems with filling it up, no airlocks or anything like that. Now, it does come with a straight glass, that is 4mm, and it also comes with the bubble glass, which I've got on there, that is 6mm. Now, the coils that you get with this, you get a pre-installed dual mesh coil. That is a 0.15 ohm, and that's best between 70 and 85 watts. You then get a single mesh coil, that's a 0.16 ohms, and that's best between 70 watts and 80 watts. Now, you can buy an RBA section for this, and it does do mesh and normal coils as well, but you have to buy that separately. Now, the coils that it does come with have got tea tree fibres in it. Now, I've tried bamboo, I've tried all sorts. I don't know if it actually makes a difference. I can't really taste any difference. Please let me know down in the comments if you've ever tried any different wicking materials and it's actually tasted a little bit different to you. But me personally, I don't think it makes any difference. Right, let's have a little look at the airflow. It's mirrored on either side and you can dial it in and it does lock off. On the bottom, it does tell you that it is Smoant. It tells you that it's the Ladon Aio. It is a slightly protruding, non-adjustable gold-plated 510 connection. I can't believe I got that out. If we just open this tank up, it's very, very simple to fit your coils as well. Only thing you've got to do, as you can see, you've got your chamber. You take your coil out and just screw it into the base, and then that all screws together. So let's have a little look at the mod itself. It is a spring-loaded 510 connection. The biggest ATI you're going to fit on there is the 25mm, and as you can see, it sort of raises up onto a platform. Not too keen on that. I wish they'd have just left it flat. Now, if you have a little look on the side, you'll be able to see that it's got like these ridges, which is like a grip. It reminds me of like a head of a golf club, you know, like with the ridges on it. If you have a look on the other side, you've got your fire button and that grip on there as well. Now, we've got some leather going on here, people, some leather. And now I'm not sure if it's real leather. I have done the sniff test. I'm not quite sure about it. And if you look down at the bottom, it does tell you that it is a Ladon. Now, this is a dual 18650 mod. You've got your plus, your minus, all in white as well, which I quite like to see. And you've got your magnets. Now, when you're putting this together, it is really clicky. It is a little bit janky on the door. Not overly, but a little bit janky on the door. If you have a little look on the bottom, you've got your kite mark, don't vape in a bin, and you've got your battery venting. So let's have a little look at the front of your mod. It does say that it is Smoant. You've got your screen, you've got your plus and your minus, and then you've got your mesh on the front, and it really does look like a front of a speaker. And it's got that 80s retro look. You've got your Type-C charging port and also for your firmware upgrade. Now, I'm sorry this is a little bit bright, but it's to do with the refreshing on the screen. It started to flicker. Now, it's 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. It'll come up with Smoant. It'll tell you which mode you're in. You've also got your battery indicator. You've got your wattage. You've got your volts, your ohms, and your puff counter, and you've also got how many seconds you've actually held it in. Now, to get into the menu, it is 3 clicks. You'll see it flashes. That's variable wattage. You've got your wattage curves. You've got your nickel. You've got your titanium. You've got your stainless steel. And you've got your temperature control as well. And you'll see that the wattage is also auto on there. And then you back round to your voltage and you just press the fire button to select any of them. Now the wattage goes up in 1 watt increments all the way to 225, and it does round robin. It is quite slow though. Now to lock the device, you hold it in and it'll lock it. Hold it in again and it will unlock it. So that was the menu. It's a very, very simple menu, as you can see. Now, they also have smart wattage on this. Now, I call it smart wattage. When you put your coil in there, it'll automatically read the ohms, and then it'll set the wattage or the best wattage that they think it should be. I think that's a really good idea for, obviously, newbies or anybody, so they don't actually burn the coils out. They have also got, and I'm just going to read this, it's called the bulk boost chip. Apparently what it does is when the batteries are running low, it gives it a little bit of a boost, so you're continuously getting great flavour. There we go. Right, let's get on to the pros and the cons, and we'll go on to the cons like we normally do, and we'll start off with the tank. Now, the first con that I've got for it, now this tank really reminds me of the Falcon King from Horizon Tech. And when I've looked at the coils, I haven't actually got any Falcon King coils here. They do look quite like the Falcon King. You know, the M1s, that's the single coil. It looks really like that. I'm not quite sure if it will take the Falcon King coils. If you do know that it does, please let us know down in the comments and let us know. Now, the same as the Falcon King, it's got a push button where it just flips open. I do actually quite like it. I really do quite like it. But, unfortunately, this one's a little bit trigger happy. So, you've only got to, like, sort of glance it and it, bang, it's open. So, if it's in your pocket or you're inside, you've got a chance of that opening, and then obviously leakage. So that's a con for me. Talking about leakage, it's a very weird tank. Now I've obviously had the single mesh in there, and I've also had the dual mesh in there. Just randomly, it'll dump its tank. Just completely dump it. I've had it where I've left it overnight, I picked it up and bang, whoosh. I've left it overnight for a couple of nights and it hasn't done it. Very, very random. I don't know why it does it, but it just dumps its tank. And on both coils as well, on the single mesh coil and the dual mesh coil. So big con when you're dumping your tank. What about the flavour? What about the clouds? Some corking flavour and corking clouds, and it's quite a little bit upsetting that it dumps its tank. Let's have a little look. Quite nice use as well, this. I don't know where it is. I've got some of the Just Vape It. This is pure toxic. There we go. We've got this on at 70 watts, and this is the 0.1, well, it's coming out at 0.14. It's the 0.15 ohm coil in there. It's 70 watts. There we go. Look at them clouds. Really good flavour. I would actually go to say it's just as good as the Falcon King for flavour. Just a pity about that trigger happy bit at the top, and also it dumping its tank. And like I said, it is very, very random. So that's the tank itself. Now, it does have an RBA section. It doesn't come with the actual kit itself. You have to buy that separately. I haven't got that, and I haven't been able to test it. I've also heard that it isn't the greatest, but that's only something that I've heard, so I haven't been able to test it myself. Again, if you know anything about that, please let us know down in the comments. Right, the mod itself. I really do like the look of the mod, and it was one of the reasons when Sourcemore asked me if I wanted to review it. I said, yeah, I quite like the 80s retro look of it. Now, that is going to be just purely taste. There's a lot of people out there going to be, that looks absolutely terrible. They're not going to like it at all, but I quite like it. I'll just put the colours you can get on it. I think you can get a rainbow, a black, a stainless steel, and the red one. I quite like the look of it. Right, let's get on to some cons about it. The first con that I'm going to go for is the raised platform at the top. I just don't like that. I don't understand why they put a 510 and raise it. It would have been look a hell of a lot better if they'd just kept it flat. Made it a little bit easier as well for maybe slightly bigger tanks, even if you had a slightly bit of overhang. Then the other con that I've got is the fire button. It sits there on the side, excuse me. It sits there on the side, and it's sometimes a little bit hard to find it. Now, using it more, obviously I know where it is, but it's very hard sometimes. You're fiddling around where it actually is. So I would have liked to have seen it either been a bar or maybe just a little bit bigger button than it is, because it is a very, very small button. Anything else on it? No, I quite like this. It's a simple menu. It feels nice in your hand. It has got a little bit of weight with it, obviously with it being a dual 18650. The other con as well, which I forgot, a little bit of jankiness on the door. Can you hear that? I haven't found that it's doing it when I'm holding it. I haven't found that when you're moving it up and down or anything like that, that it's actually moving. So it hasn't overly bothered me. Like I said, I do like the look of it. I like the feel of it. It's very slim as well for a dual 18650, as you can see. Very slim. Yeah, I quite like it. Very, very simple menu on there. You're not going to get lost on it. You've got your curves, you've got your variable wattage, you've got your temperature control. There's nothing you can really mess up on it. You're not going to go over the top with it. But yeah, Type-C charging as well, and it's got balanced charging as well, but I always recommend that you use an external battery charger. All in all, me personally, I quite like it. Now as a kit, the leaking lets it down. Now I'm not quite sure if it's just my kit or if other people it's happened to, but the leaking has let it down. And obviously the bit where it pops out. But apart from that, really good flavour and really good clouds. And again with the mod, very simple menu, fits nicely in your hand. It's a little bit weighty. But yeah, I like it. I really do like it. Big thumbs up from Little Bro. Big shout out to SourceMore. If you'd like to go and get this, you can go and find it in their store. Obviously, I can't leave any links down there because it's against YouTube's policy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's been another review by Little Bro. If you've liked the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. The subscribe button's in the corner. Give it a little press and get me to that new magic number. A big shout out to all my beer fun people. It's coming down there. If you'd like to make yourself a member, I've got a join button now that you can press that. And there's loads of extra stuff that you get on there. Reviews come out a little bit earlier. Go and give that a press. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Keep supporting this channel. It's getting bigger and bigger. Thank you very much to all of you. And there's one last thing to say. Keep them juices flowing. Don't forget to check out my latest video. Also, don't forget to check out 3 Men and a Vape Show live at 8 PM every Wednesday. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll catch you later.